Dude, I know I hit that button. Okay, well, thank you for letting me know that you couldn't hear me. At least I know you're paying attention. Okay, so to recap, I'm going to be eating Timbits. I need to open Leia that I showcased yesterday, and the Avengers is the model, the print that I'm building today, or Lego set. This is a Darth Vader keychain that I'm printing out a series of because I'm trying to basically get through the rest of this filament. So I'm looking for other small Star Wars items to print. Do you know of any? Can you help me find a few small Star Wars things to print? Things like this. If you do find them, I'd be curious because I've got I'm gonna be printing. I don't want to like print these ad infinitum, but I want to try to get through the filament. I have a feeling I'm gonna need to do more of the small things because I don't want to run out. I don't want to do something big. I want to do something small. So small Star Wars stuff is basically what I'm looking for. And yes, by the way, oh, and thank you, Tret Boot. Is it Trey Boot? Tret Boot? You can read. I'm always pleasantly surprised when people read that rule when they join the chat, specifically for the first time. Yes, Timbits are a cereal. This cereal was opened by Customs and Border, the CBP. What is it? Customs and Border Protection? Yeah, protection. So the cereal was opened for my protection. Thank you, Customs. Wow, they just basically opened it to see. They didn't open the actual bag of cereal. They just opened the box, just to make sure. No, I had a feeling the inside box, or the bag inside the box, was not going to be opened. I had a good feeling to know you're alive. And now I have some Timbits. They're going inside. Dude, these pellets are gigantic. These look like gigantic pellets. Seriously, huge. Freaking huge. So Liz sent me this cereal. She sent me 4 cereals from Canada. I had the Timbits birthday cake yesterday. It's almost Cocoa Puffish. Chocolatey. The true test of a chocolate cereal, though, is if it makes the milk chocolatey. So this is the test, okay? It does look like Cocoa Puffs. Looks really close to Cocoa Puffs. Incredibly close. And I've got just like a splash of milk left there. Imperial Rebel insignias. Yeah, Trey. Maybe I should. Maybe I should look for those. Do you know of any good ones? It's not a bad idea. Hey, Goblin. Good to see ya. It is a Sunday evening, so I'm enjoying some cereal, just like I do on Saturday and Sundays. Yeah. It tastes better in milk. Canadians know how to do their cereal. This is good. Way better than some American cereals I've eaten. I'm just saying. I need to remind everybody, since you are here, tomorrow, I have to announce, is my 14-year Twitch anniversary. So I will have been here for 14 years. Or I should say, I will have had an account on Twitch for 14 years. I haven't really been using it for 13 of those 14 years, but still, that's my account age. And by the way, shout out to Big Jano. Right there, give him a follow if you've not already. Still don't have a 3D printer? Oh, okay, fair enough, Trey. Trey? Can I just call you Trey? Is that fair? Even if you can't get this, go out and celebrate with your own chocolate cereal. Didn't realize Twitch has been around that long? It's true. Just do a bang account age, and it'll tell you how old your account is. So watch. Account age. 13 years, 11 months, 29 days, and 4 hours to go. Huh? Tim Hortons not just makes... Speak English, apparently I can't. They make Timbits chocolate glazed, and they also make a Timbits birthday cake. So they make 2. I ate that one yesterday, or had some yesterday. They're both gifts from Liz, Pez Liz. So there, you can see how old your account is. Huh? Isn't that cool? Isn't that funny? I'm old. Me fail English? That's impossible. I bet my Wookiee. That's right. Back when Twitch wasn't Twitch. It is true. Oh, I see my milk is turning chocolatey. So this chocolate cereal is a win. It's very, it's Cocoa Puffish. But I want to say these puffs don't get soggy as quickly. And I don't think that's just because of the oat milk. You're entrenched in Dunkin' Country. Can't give Tim Hortons to save your life. Well, I'm over here in Seattle. I can't get Tim Hortons directly unless I went up to Vancouver again. A taste test? Mystery Goat, that's not a bad idea. If only I had spare Cocoa Puffs on hand. Maybe I do. Diana's got to get through a lot of them. I've been vacuum sealing the cereals that I try because I'm not going to eat all of them. Although maybe tomorrow I'll crack open a cereal. Maybe I'll get the birthday. Maybe I'll have more of the birthday cake cereal because it's a Twitch anniversary. What's the cereal that you're supposed to eat on your Twitch anniversary? That's right. I'm Super Nintendo Chalmers. Steamed hams. That's right. You're in the play shop. Random Simpsons references. 3D printing. Star Wars. Lego. Life advice. I'll be getting to that. I've been having a lot of luck with the life advice, seemingly. At least from the comments. I threw it into the podcast feed. You can subscribe to the podcast. Just do bang podcast and chat. The advice archives, you just type in bang advice, and then you get a link off to the archives there on YouTube. Do I collect any Simpsons figures? I collected pretty much, not all of them from the sets, but I collected the Simpsons minifigures that they released. I'm kicking myself for not having gotten 2 of each. Because Jedi wants them. So I have a feeling like if they release a new Simpsons minifigure series, whether it's not Lego or whether or not it's Lego, I might go for them. Because Jedi's been asking. I'm like, I don't know why. That cereal must have Clark Griswold cereal varnish all over it. Still crunchy. Yeah, it's good. It's still crunchy. It's getting a bit more soggy, though. You're glad the grocery store goes carry coffee from a couple of local roasters. Well, I've recently gotten back into Ticino. I tried the mocha today. The mocha Ticino is on point. I was a little nervous about it. I'm like, oh, what if I don't like it? But it's a winner. So I'm definitely flying through all my Ticino. I have like 4 cups a day on average. Like big, I mean, it's tea. It's not coffee. There's no caffeine. It's straight up tea, but it's good. I've been to a Tim Hortons, just like I've been to Dunkin' Donuts before. I guess it's a local thing. Ticino is a brand, yes. Let me type it for you. There you go. That's how you spell it. It may be available at your local grocery store. Or possibly... I know you can get it online. I can tell you that. But the Ticino is darn good. It's now a part of my morning routine. 3 cups. I mean, because, it's not hurting anything. It just kind of, it eases me into my morning. But I get the loose leaf and make it that way. Cleanup isn't, I've got a routine, right? Cleanup isn't that difficult. So making 3 cups is relatively straightforward. And the cool thing is, when Jedi comes back, I can make the Ticino for her, too. I said, do you want me to make you some Ticino? And I can make her some, and she'll feel like, she's getting some, too. Yeah, see if it's available. Oh, Kurt, I'd be surprised if it wasn't available. Speaking of things, that's exactly where I found this Darth Vader keychain. It's true. Found it there. The milk is chocolatey. Yeah, the puff stayed pretty crunchy. Not as much crunch, of course, as the milk soaked up, but I'm going to add a little more because I can. I shouldn't, but I'm doing it anyway. Website had the answer distributed throughout US and Canada. Okay, there you go. I had that splash of milk left, so I'm like, well, might as well just use it on the cereal, Not waste not, want not. Because I'm going to have to, zip up the rest of this because so that way Diana can enjoy it when she's back. Although, like I said, I may have to crack into those again because what should I have for tomorrow as a 14th anniversary treat? What could I have? You know, I'm eating cereal on the weekends. It's not really a birthday. It's not a huge deal. Like, I'm not going to go all out for it. I just picked up new cookies. I mean, I don't really have anything special. I'll have to think about it, I guess. This is as much cereal as I get until next weekend. And, by the way, I know I got to get my hair cut. That's got to come up too. I'm not going to wait for Diana to get back, though. I have a feeling it's going to be... Here, let me move that here so you know. I need a Raisin Bran? Yuck! There we go. Boy, it's too bad, like, you know, Star Wars figure didn't come with the cereal. Whatever happened to that? Why can't... Why... I see, like, send-away offers for books now or whatever, but... Like... The prizes in the cereal are gone. There's Dark Toy Lord and Goblin on this fine Sunday. Today, I found the Tesla Cybertruck at Target. The Hot Wheels Tesla Cybertruck. It's like a remote control thing. And for a hot second, I thought, oh, that'd be kind of neat. But I'm like, nah, I'm not going to spend this much on it. Maybe if it wasn't like a remote control, I might have gotten it. Saw that. Then I saw Zartan, the Target 6-inch Zartan. BRZ, it was 20? No, 15. The Cybertruck, I think, was 15 or 20. Zartan was about 20. But then they also had Snake Eyes figures, like 5-inch, 6-inch figures, for like $10. And I'm like, wow, that's kind of impressive. They must have just put them out. They look pretty neat. I haven't seen the movie. I'm not inclined to pick one up because I don't know what I would do with it. Did they have the $1 normal Hot Wheel Cybertruck? They did not. That I probably would have picked up. Just because it's a thing, right? But it would have been overkill, me spending $15 on that other thing. What other toys did I see today? Thinking. I really didn't do a toy run. The only thing I really picked up beyond grapes was the Grogu notebooks at Target. They had restocked. They delayed the Cybertruck? Wow. Have I looked at the silver 1-ounce Star Wars coins? I've seen them before, but I'm like, eh. I think that they're what, 20, 50 bucks or whatever it is? New Zealand mint. Are those the ones you're talking about? Yeah, see, that's the thing. I don't want a Tesla. I don't want a Tesla anything. And I love my EV. But Tesla, I just find completely overrated. All the Star Wars back to school stuff should be out now. There's not much of it. Target had way more of the Marvel stuff. Hardly any Star Wars. 2 things. I take that back. 3. Nothing like in years past. That's the only time you'll see me drink milk out of the cereal bowl, is when it's chocolatey. You just want to go for a ride in one? The only Tesla thing I might be interested in is like the home solar panel things. Okay, give me a second. I'm not gonna run this downstairs because the milk isn't. The milk is done, but I just want to move them out of the way. There we go. Okay, Aziz light. Going to yellow. 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 Okay, now we gotta open the Leia. This is the one that was $10 the other day. Admiral Akbar is also $10. The 6-inch Black Series. Available on eBay's... I'm sorry, on Hasbro Toy Shop's eBay page. Admiral Akbar is like half off. There was a couple others that were including her. She was also half off. Add at the chat. Fair enough. Let's go ahead and do that. We can add at the chat. And let's get her situated. Let's put her goggles on. There we go. She's looking good. She's got her goggles, like her VR goggles. She's into VR. She loves VR. Yeah. Now, what's interesting is they didn't give her a holster. She can either hold on to the weapon or this welding blowtorch thingy. And there the tween shall meet. Okay, give me a second. So she's either ready to weld you or shoot you. One of the two. Or both. She's ready to weld you and then shoot you. Leia comes prepared. Okay, can I get that further in, or... I don't know, it just seems like that's the way it wants to be. That's the way it wants to be. Alright, there we go, Leia. You can stand right there. Actually, okay, that. Okay, now... Goggles look like the one in Ghostbusters. Kinda Krillin. Kinda. I grabbed two. One for me to open, and then one for Jedi to open, if she's inclined to open it. Because I'm not sure if she had this, or if either of us had this one. At least loose. I don't remember ever opening one of her loose. So I'm very grateful to have that. Let's go ahead and do the Lego set. And after that, then we can roll into the advice, as it were. Let's go ahead and move that there. As a reminder, I may not be able to see the thing that you're chatting if it disappears. It's, I'm moving too slow, basically. Oops. Let's do this. One moment. There we go. Oh, come on. For real. It should be working. There we go. Well, it's been doing that lately. It's going to be a quick build. Probably wouldn't have paid full price for it, but... not a lot in here. Not really worth knowing. Cool to get a Thanos, though. Can't get too many Thanoses. I never take a break. I do, actually. I do take breaks. Not always streaming. Sundays, I mean, it was a slow day today, which I'm grateful for. It gave me a chance to kind of catch up, mentally prepare for the week. I got most of my work done yesterday, though. You see me streaming every day? I do. That is correct. Oh, really? They want me to put on stickers? You lousy. Well, I'm not going to put on stickers. We are going to, however, assemble a Thanos. Oh, oops. The bags were numbered. I just made this inadvertently more difficult for me. You're tempted to get the Friends set? Yeah, it's the one I built the other week. Really? Came together nicely. Although now there are 2 Friends sets, or 3 really, if you count both the apartments. There's Thanos. Now, instead of going... Does no one want free points? Apparently not. Cool how I've migrated to Twitch after being a YouTube star. I was never a YouTube star. I think that's revisionist history. I was never really a YouTuber. I was never a good one. You got to remember, true history illustrates that I was always on Ustream. And, I enjoyed Ustream. Then I did live video on YouTube, but YouTube live video is horrific by comparison. And so, effectively, I was never really good at YouTube. I was better at live video, and Twitch does live video better than YouTube does. It's not just a feature, it's the execution, right? I learned that. Oh, yes, I did. That doesn't look like good filament. David, you just... Why does David always pop in? Yesterday! Did you see what we did yesterday? I tagged Printed Solid on it. A collapsible lightsaber in the... what is it? The pure magenta. Did a collapsible lightsaber. I guess I could have shrank the... I'm trying to get rid of this one. I'm like moving through... This is why I'm doing small things, because I'm trying to get through this filament that's on there right now. Because I'm trying to get done with it. Be done with it. But I could have... I guess someone on Twitter did the same... model, but she shrank it by... like I think down to 88% of its size, and it seemed to do okay. I probably could have done that, but oh well. Bet Loyal's lurking in chat. No. Loyal typically makes his presence known. Hey, Aveline. Wait, hang on, David. Did you see that post yet? Because if not, I'll run over. I'll run into the other room to grab it. The one I was talking about. The one I used Printed Solid for last night. You have other spies. David, if you haven't seen it, I'll go grab it. Yes, Aveline, your advice video went... Okay, you must have missed it. Give me a second, man. I kind of want to print another one or try another one at 88%, but this is a print in place lightsaber, collapsible lightsaber. The only problem that I ran into was specifically on the end. Krusty suggested it was a cooling issue, so it did not come out very well down there. But for the most part, I'd say it was a success. That was really the only issue that I had with it. Collapses down. So we did this yesterday. It took about 12 hours. And I gotta thank Fix'em Dude for basically remodeling it. Because I'm always afraid of messing with like the size of these things, because you know, in terms of like shrinking them down, because that might, especially with like a print in place, could basically ruin the efficacy of it. But you know, maybe with another filament color, I'd be so inclined. The model, unfortunately, originally was not made for a Prusa Mini, so that's why this had to get scaled down. But it worked. It worked exceedingly well. This was yesterday's print, David. And then I had this other stuff out, and I've been needing to get through it because I'm done with it. So I gotta get all the way through it. So I gotta find some other small Star Warsy things to print. Yeah, the lightsaber turned out really well. I'm pretty happy with it. Those are fun. But the thing is, now what I want, I've kind of got this appetite now. Like, I would love to get, like, all the lightsaber hilts, like, you know, Luke's and Vader's and Dooku, etc., you know, all the lightsaber hilts, like, designed, collapsible, print in place, because I want to print off a collection, right? This would be something I would probably print off. Like, if there's a series, a collection, I would try to get them as, for the mini, designed, scaled specifically for the mini. That would be a collection I would love to print off. That would be really fun. But until then, I kind of gotta make do with what the internet gives. Darth Maul's would be interesting, although I don't think Darth Maul. Well, you'd really have to scale that down. I'm not even sure if that would be viable. It'd be tricky, that's for sure. I am building Thanos, a Thanos mech. Is that what it is? Yeah, like a Thanos mech. Got it on sale the other day. Finally getting a chance to build it. Yeah, fix him, dude. That's what I figured. It'd be tough. But, you know, maybe I might try to shrink the original model down to 88% since someone had tried that and had seen success with it. Just to see how it turns out. I shouldn't have opened all 3 bags at the same time. My bad. Okay. If they got to work by scaling, then the tolerances should be enough. That's what I thought. Because that's what I was concerned about. But since it worked for them, I'm like, well. Maybe I'll see how Jedi gets along with this, and hopefully it doesn't break. But given that the tip had an error with it. Wait a minute. Oh, I see. Wait a minute. It's rocking back. Why is that rocking backwards? Is it supposed to be rocking backwards like that? I guess so. Curious. Yeah, let's did that right. Okie dokie. This is going to be the front of Thanos then. Yeah. At least I don't have to put a sticker on this. My god, that's a surprise. Okay, so like this. Really? Okay, so I guess that's the main body then? Is that What's going on there? I am not knowing. I figured this would be fast enough to do that I wouldn't even bother with knowing. Small pieces. Anyone already making printed stuff? No. I generally won't print a lot of Lego compatible stuff because, you know, I like the quality of Lego. And, you know, 3D printing, interlocking anything is not as compelling a use case for me. You know, as, you know, I mean, this was more like this collapsible lightsaber from yesterday, done in printed solid Jesse PLA. This was kind of fun. It's like, okay, that's neat, because I can get a color that my daughter can otherwise not ever get. Hard to beat the quality, I guess. Oh yeah, I am not into knockoff Lego. Not any kind of knockoff Lego. Like, when I've thrifted bricks, I'll even go through them first just to make sure, like, all the knockoff Lego, I don't care if it's a new brand, I don't care if it's a brand new brick, I toss them. I'm, like, not happy with a lot of the knockoff stuff. It's either Lego or nothing for me. Hey, you lost track of me. Well, I'm glad you've discovered I am not dead. It's actually a common theme. People usually... You know what? I wonder if Chris Perillo's dead yet. Let me see. I'm gonna go and check. Oh, he's not dead. Huh. It's usually what happens. Like, people come looking for me just to make sure I'm not dead. Because apparently that's a thing. Yes, indeed, it is true. I am not deceased. I am still here. Wait, how does this... Like this? Okay. I'm trying to figure out which direction that goes. Those are nice gold bricks, though. I can tell you that much right now. Give me a second. I missed the chat there for a second. Can we start one of those fake obituaries? Good luck. When you came out of the Dark Age, you know, you're an AFOL. I had to sort all the not Lego toys, few fake bricks out of a toy bin, nice treasure trove to dive in. Yeah, I had some of my bricks I didn't really keep from childhood. But remember, I grew up in the 80s. Yes, there are rumors of my demise every time I get a haircut, which is coming soon in the next couple of weeks. Video streaming is heck savage now. Oh yeah, it is. I didn't do it for the longest time, and then basically earlier this year, I realized, you know, I didn't feel like I accomplished a lot with 2020, not just with the pandemic. So I thought, I'm going to do something with my time. And so in the evenings, I'm doing this every night, 6 p.m. Pacific. So you don't have to wait another 14, how many years was it? 14 years to find out if I'm dead? If I'm not streaming that night at 6 p.m., you know. However long I keep that schedule for. Oh, it's been good to me this year. I've been really happy. I've met a lot of new people, new friends, you know, connected with old ones. Sometimes people cheer, sometimes people tip. There are people who sub. They play sound effects. It's just fun and interactive. Nothing like Ustream was. Ustream was fun. But ain't nothing like this. I even though I have all the Star Wars movies on digital, I have not gone through and watched all of them. So you're further ahead than I am, Kurt. Just a bit further ahead. What the heck happened there? Give me a second. something like crack up on me there. Those are mod commands. Oh, were you trying to... Yeah, there's certain commands you can use, and then there's certain commands that are mod only. Plan to watch them? You know, I know I would see the difference. And I'm kind of surprised, because I bought them all digitally. I'm surprised they have not been rendered in 4K, even though I have them in digital. I don't want to go and rebuy them again. I'm done buying the Star Wars movies like that. You know, I just... Unless it's like early access for a Star Wars film, like that's the only time I'm buying one. Digital. Nothing physical. I'm pretty much done with physical media. There are exceptions to that. I'll probably buy the next Weird Al Yankovic album, assuming there ever is one. It'll be a very sad day when I can't get a physical Weird Al Yankovic album. But, you know, it's just, that's what's happening. Massive changes in the industry. Massive. Guess Suicide Squad also opened low. Yeah, you're new. You moved here for watching Perillo. Quite alright. You are welcome, Lord Patrick. Is it Rojo, then? Lord Patrick. You are quite welcome. It won't take long before you're one of us. You had to think 16, now you're 29. Oof. Yeah, well, I'm a little older than that. Just a bit. Just turned 48. You missed the birthday celebration. You lost track of Perillo. Oh, you want to talk about Dark Ages? That's okay. I'm easily forgotten. I'm not, you know, of the mindset that I'm always going to be top of mind. But, you know, all the more reason to just put myself out there because it gives me something constructive to do in the evenings. And literally right now I'm constructing. And now I've just started to do like advice, like life advice, which has been kind of fun. I have to remember to do, oh yeah, Krillin? That's awesome. Strange seeing you, so few viewers think no person has done more longer live streams than me. Oh, no, you'd be surprised. Like, depending on the evening, we can get up there, and it's summer, so, or at least summer here in the Northern Hemisphere, so numbers always trail off in the summers. Number one. Number two, there's a lot more going on these days than there was back then. Number three, like I said, I only really kind of reinvigorated this earlier this year, so it's not a surprise. You left home and stuff. Life was tough, dude. Lord Patrick, you don't have to. I'm not mad. I'm not upset. I'm not judging. Life happens. People grow out of things. Lord knows I did. Didn't grow out of Lego bricks or Star Wars stuff though. Yeah, the Apple stuff was interesting, and then I just realized they were making too many changes that I wasn't happy with. So I was like, yeah, you know what? I'm not gonna spend time on things that piss me off. Life's too short. It's probably good advice to give. I should write that down. Don't spend time on things that upset you. If you can help it. Hey, MagTech. Alright. I think I did all these correctly. Let's make sure that looks that way. They're all supposed to look the same. Is this right? No, it isn't. I am doing well. Had my cereal for the day since it's Sunday. Sunday. It was good. I don't know. I guess I'm not too much of a Star Wars purist. Like, I'm only going to watch the films like this or that. I'm like, I just enjoy them. Oh, you know, it's playing on network television. Cool. I'll watch, you know, Return of the Jedi again. Or, oh, Empire Strikes Back. I'm just glad that they're making more Star Wars stuff. The next one coming up is Visions, and I'm very much looking forward to Visions. Where's the series? You missed it. I tell you, you could watch the VOD. You probably won't, but I I ate the cereal. That's sometimes I do it on the weekends, Saturday and Sunday, because it's just something fun to look forward to. And I usually eat it first thing because I'm hungry, and I like save my my calorie allotment for that, or at least I try to. So I usually eat it first thing because I am starving. I should be no longer eating anything tonight. I should be good for the night. Okay, so this. You got the 35mm scan of the original? Wow. Wait a minute. Okay. I have someone basically ripped the original. Where can you watch what setup I have for my cams? I don't know. If you find out, let me know, because I'm not sure I have that information anywhere. Wait a minute. How does this? Okay. What is that popcorn good for anyhow? Oh, nothing. Just doing gambling and duels and roulette. It's just for silly reasons. Means nothing. Hang on just a second. God, for some reason my browser's freezing up, and then I missed the chat. Oh, I see. This is gonna be his. This is gonna be the glove. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4. So he's only got 4? Where's the 5th? Really? Huh, okay. What cam do I use? Well, it depends on which one. Which camera? I've got 3 different cameras right now. Which one do you want to know about? By the way, I will attenuate this response by saying, like, sometimes it doesn't matter what camera you use. It matters what you're using it for. So in this instance, I've got 3 cameras going. Is that right? I guess that's right. Didn't look right. Also want to like the OG, I guess. Yeah, I mean, I didn't, as a kid, I didn't enjoy the Star Wars movies like kids these days can. I don't know. It's different for everybody, I suppose. It's like that MP3 you had from back in the day with one glitch. You expected to have that glitch. Yeah, that's what you get accustomed to. Hang on. Okay, so you want to know about the cameras. Okay, so this is an iPhone mounted by way of the re-incubate camo. This is an iPad using an NDI interface, or NDI, I should say, and that's I always say Canon, damn it. Sony ZV-1. And the ZV-1 is awesome because it refocuses so fast. As long as I'm holding stuff still. My hand moving all over the place. This must be the Infinity Gauntlet then. What the okie dokie? Good day, Man Cave Hobbies. How you doing, Heath? Did you print off your lightsaber? I'm wondering if I do a second one, what color I would do. I'm half tempted to do a golden one at 88%. The Jesse golden winner. Hello, Iris! I am ready for the Bad Batch finale. I thought the last episode was great. I mean, the season's been great. It's awesome to hear they're doing a second season. You know, it's been fun. The big my big highlight for me was seeing the interim stormtroopers, right, as a Macquarie designed stormtrooper. So that was kind of fun to see. It's been a ride, tell you what. What do I think about LinkedIn? Yeah, I add people that I know, and I've got to actually go back through. I'm like user number like 700 on LinkedIn. I've been on LinkedIn pretty much from the very beginning. Like literally, user like 700, no joke, or something like that. Under user 1,000, for sure. You ran out of rainbow filament. Oh no. But I guess I have to do this one all over again. Okay, times 2. I've got to do it his feet, I guess. That's his hand. You're manning the grill? Well, someone had to, Krusty. I'm glad it was you. Boys and grills. Haven't watched Bad Batch? Because you never watched the Clone Wars. I think you could watch Bad Batch before Clone Wars or Rebels. I'd recommend... I would actually, though, if you had a choice, I would recommend doing Clone Wars, Rebels, and then Bad Batch. I mean, everyone's going to have a different opinion, but you'll get something more out of it if you do it that way. Iris may have a different opinion. You know, every fan does it differently. Clone Wars was excellent. And here's the thing. I did not watch Clone Wars until they made the Netflix season, because I missed a lot of Clone Wars back in the day. It just DVRs were difficult to manage, etc., etc., etc. And so I missed a lot of the Clone Wars contemporaneously. And only after did I go back and watch it. And I enjoyed it. I enjoyed binging the Clone Wars. I'm kind of glad I did it that way. Why did they change the order of the Clone Wars episodes? Dude, don't ask me, because I don't know. I have no idea. TikTok is fun. I saw something, someone was asking a question, then it scrolled off. TikTok is a different world altogether. It's great. It's awesome. I remember TikTok reminds me of what Vine was. Basically, TikTok was Vine, and it's a force to be reckoned with. You know, I don't know if I'll ever have cracked the nut of TikTok. I tend to be a little more long-winded. The hilt looked amazing in Rainbow. Oh man, I'm so jealous. You watched Clone Wars 3 times? Wow. Sorry if I'm missing a lot of chat. I can only see what you can see right now, because when I'm in this setting, working with the bricks, I can't scroll back as easily. So just a reminder. Okay, we got... one leg of the mech. The other leg of the mech. Kind of fun. I think, did Lord Patrick, did I get his handle right? I'm getting used to your name here, Lord Patrick. You were asking about influencers? I mean, hey, I'm jealous because, we didn't have the industry that they have. Moreover, I'm not a fan of the label. I mean, when you set out to do something, I don't think you should set out to influence necessarily. Influence is a byproduct. And I mean, let me put it this way. I mean, a lot of these so-called influencers, right, are gonna have their day, and 10 years from now, are people gonna remember a good chunk of them? It's possible. I'm not gonna say that they won't. But many of them are forgettable. They're a dime a dozen. And I guess I'd rather build relationships, but that's probably why I fail. I certainly don't do what they do, that's for sure. Popcorn is just like a virtual channel point. Like, you can duel other people, you can gamble with it, you can give points to other people. What else can you do with it? Influence the side effect of being good at what you do and being recognized for it. Yeah, kind of. I've influenced you to want to get a 3D printer, but he's not done the typical influencer things to do that. Yeah, that's the thing, is like, I just don't, I don't know. I guess I'm not, right now, I mean, it's just not as, I don't know. It's no longer, I don't know. Creating is something that I enjoy doing, but it's not the only thing I do, right? I think that's what I want to say. More tough to be an influencer, make big bucks, easier even content's low. Well, it's never been easier and more difficult. And that's where years ago, I tried working with a group of individuals, spent money to try to build a creator platform. I still want to do it. I've been looking into no-code solutions. I want to build. I've been thinking about building a LinkedIn for creators. And there's even a website. Don't cuss, but it's called like, what is it, like? Fuck you, pay me. Like, and I'm like, yeah. Where was this like years ago? Like, it's great giving creators control, but there needs to be like a LinkedIn for creators. I still feel that way, and no code may very well be a gateway for it. But I haven't. I've never really used a no code platform. Though I'd be inclined to do it. I always wanted to find like a technical co-founder. What's the name of it? Fucko's asking what the name. It's called Fuck You, Pay Me. It's great. I'm like, yes, I love it. Founded by people who were upset because there was not enough transparency. So that kind of idea was the exact kind of idea that I would have been, wanting to fuel. So it's good to see these kind of services coming online. I knew a service like Patreon was going to be big before it was big because I needed it, and I tried to do it on my own. Back years ago, I did something called Nomies, you might remember. And that was basically pre-Patreon. So I know where a lot of this stuff was going. I couldn't. Not a developer. Couldn't crack that nut. Couldn't do enough. Had to wait for a service to come along. Somebody else to make all the money. So, story of my life. But in the interim, I was always too early. I was always too early. Always. The story of my life is being too early. Was watching some of the videos 15. Haven't changed at all. Yeah, for the most part. I've gotten older, for sure. I've lost weight, yes. Happy to say. As long as I don't eat too much cereal. Holy cow, I really gotta be careful. Whoa, nice landing, Fix'em Dude. You may have low. You may be low for 24 hours there, Fix'em Dude. Sorry again for missing chat, if I am. Because I'm sure comments are coming in. Totally missing them. Infinity Gauntlet. Oh, wait, that's not. One constant on the internet. I'm still there for you to watch. True. I mean, here's the thing. Like YouTube, this is one of the reasons I'm not on YouTube. Because they've changed so much. I can't. I'm not a good candidate for YouTube. That's one of the reasons my YouTube channel is pretty much broken. It's going to be impossible to try to do anything with it. Because I can't play the game. I'm not built for it. And so let's go ahead and get Thanos in here. Let's do this. YouTube wants you to be one thing, and I'm like, well, but I'm not one thing. Can I get it in there? There we go. The cereal was wonderful, and yes, you did miss it. I tried to do the cereal first thing, because otherwise I get way hungry. Way hungry, and I'm like, I gotta eat. So we've got our our mech. Mecha-leka-hi, ho. Give me a second. How does that? Where's the? Talking to myself here. That's what I want to do. Let's flip back to this view. Ow! Ooh, that hurt. We've got Thanos. Thanos is ready to destroy. He's ready to undo the galaxy. What's my favorite thing I've printed? Oh, I don't know. I printed so many awesome things. It's kind of hard to narrow. Honestly, I think my favorite thing have been the hologram figures that we did. That I did for about a month straight. Yeah, I definitely still have a lot more of this filament to go. Still got a lot more of the filament to go. So what am I gonna? I gotta find. Maybe I do have to find like Star Wars coins things. Looks like if he was a Decepticon, yeah, it's probably close. You got the Iron Man mech. Got nice posability. Yeah, the articulation on these figures are pretty nice. So I know Costco has like it's a triple set of like Captain America, Iron Man, and I can't remember who else, Thor. And I may go get that because that's also on sale. I think it's like $23 or something like that. Would normally retail for like $30. So I'm like, okay, it's a pretty good price. I gotta go there anyway. I gotta pick up some creamer. It's a pretty good price there too. Oops. I don't really count this whole thing. This is not I mean, it's definitely a set, but it's not a figure. I mean, of course, getting the Thanos figure is a nice little bonus. Yep, always buy Lego on sale. That's right. I usually only buy things when they're on sale. Usually, not always, but that more often than not, it's on sale. Just darn near everything I get. Okay. And then, of course, if I don't get it, I can print it. Ha ha ha. Ho ho ho. Hee hee hee. And a couple of tra-la-las. Don't know what I'm going to do with these Vader keychains. Cut down the stringing a bit. Still not playing with retraction too much. Just figured I'd drop the temperature and be good. And for the most part, dropping the temperature may have done a tiny bit of the trick. So yeah, there is the Vader keychain. Vader keychain. I got a Vader keychain. You gotta go? Oh, Lord Patrick, you just got here. Fair enough. I'm here today. Am here tomorrow. Every day, 6 p.m. Pacific. So turn on your notifications or just know at 6 p.m. Pacific, this is where I'm going to be. It's up to you. Picked up a few Benny Space Squad. Oh, not bad. I didn't pick up a lot of them back when they were on sale, though. Which household items do I print? What's the most recent one? I did one. I just did a smartphone stand the other day, and then I also want to print. I think potentially tomorrow print a catapult. It's like a little print-in-place catapult that looked kind of fun. It just looks like a little. It looks like a bit of fun. But you see, the cool thing about printing these little keychains is that it's a nice little trinket, right? That I can hold on to. It's a Vader thing, but then the other ones could make really nice potential gifts for other people. Like, oh, here, you can have a Here, here. I need to give something to somebody. Here, take a little keychain. Fun thing. Would be fun to kind of do that, you know, on Halloween. Maybe I should print out little pumpkins. Just teeny, use the orange and then print the pumpkins and have it printing there on the front porch or something like that. You know, like, or inside, like I'm 3D printing things. It would take forever though. I mean, you wouldn't be able to stand there and get it print because the print would take forever. So I'd have to like batch them up and queue them up. But we haven't been getting very many trick-or-treaters. Last year, we hardly had any. I took Jedi around the neighborhood. But it was dead. Because of COVID, which doesn't surprise me. 3D print candy. Yeah, I don't want to ruin my nozzle. Okay, so got a few things. So let's. I want to do. Even though I've got a queue right now. Give me a second. I'll drop into the advice here. I think talking as I was doing here. I think it's a good topic to go on. I think we'll do that. We'll do that topic. I have all these wacky things in my head now. Okay, we'll finish this drop. Then we're going to drop into some advice. Y'all are going to miss it. Poop is also going to miss the pool. Look at that. Nobody. You have all failed me for the last time. All right. I like giving advice. It's typically what I've been doing most of my life. It's how I've become known by some people. I've given a variety of advice over the years, but I am not an expert in anything but being myself. So, of course, take anything that I say as my opinion, my perspective. That's it. You are more than welcome to learn about these topics from anybody, and of course, do your own research. I'm just here to share my thoughts and opinions. When I was live streaming on Twitch, as I'm doing right now, as I'm recording this particular bit of advice, a couple of people that remembered me from a few years back jumped in, and one of them was reminiscing on videos that I used to do. And that person did not ask if I was going to do those videos again, and I'm grateful for that. But it kind of set the stage where I talked about what kind of mindset I was in when I was doing those videos. I enjoyed doing those videos then. And then in that moment, years ago, I started to realize I'm not having fun. This is actually starting to make me mad. Like, that's what I was thinking back then. Right now, I'm not mad. I'm good. I'm happy. It's at this very moment. But then, when I was doing those types of videos, increasingly, I found myself getting more and more agitated. And I don't just mean passionate. I love leaning into things. I love just digging deep. But it was just this palpable anger and frustration because I could not express myself enough in terms of how frustrated I was with any one of those topics. With any one of the things that I was talking about back then. Inevitably, all roads with those types of videos that I did back in the day eventually led me down a path that was not a very joyful path. And I had to stop myself because I just wasn't wanting to spend my time in a negative space. And I think that when this person was bringing up the topic of videos that I used to do, I framed it that way. And, you know, I don't think you should spend time doing things you don't enjoy. Don't spend time doing things you hate if you can avoid it. I mean, you may have to do responsibilities. Let's face it. No one likes doing the trash. It's got to get done. I'm not talking about those types of responsibilities. I mean, the time that you do have, the time that you do control, and this may very well be related to your career as well. Maybe you've been considering a pivot, right? If what you've been doing in your career is not satisfying you, and That's not to say that everything you do in your career needs to satisfy, but I'm saying if it's brought you to this very dark place where you're no longer finding joy in the experience, then you may need to change what it is that you're doing. Something's going to change, because continuing to plow through something that you don't enjoy with the hopes that maybe one day you will enjoy it is folly. I've said this before to certain individuals. I'm like, you can't hate me into loving this. You know, and I think that's very appropriate to say about, you can't hate me into liking the thing that you like, right? You can't hate me into loving something. I can't continue to trudge through something I dislike with the hopes that the payoff on the other end is going to be rapturous, right? I'm just gonna, oh well, I'm glad I got through that. No. There was no end in sight. There was no goal on the other end. I'm not talking about driving towards a goal, because I'm not saying that you have to avoid hard work. Some people enjoy hard work, some people not so much. I'm talking about genuinely losing that enjoyment in a process or an experience that you've been used to, and maybe other people have been used to seeing you enjoy that process. But the moment where you find it, toxic's a bit of an extreme word, but no longer viable for your health, you have a personal responsibility to find another path that may not be illuminated yet, but you know that the one you're on isn't the right one. And so that's where I was. I wasn't very happy with what it was that I was doing, and I didn't know what else I wanted to do. I didn't know what else I could have done, and I've done a lot of exploring since then. I've always joked, I still don't know what I want to be when I grow up, but it's very much true. I like giving advice. Like I said, I've been doing that for years for a variety of topics, but this is just critical to me. Like, I just found myself mired in disgust with what it was that I was talking about, because I was so frustrated, and I could not convey that with strong enough words, and I was at my wit's end. So instead of continuing to live in that negative space, for me, I just like, all right, I can't. And that was a big change for me. It was a huge change, and it could be argued that it was the wrong change to make, but what's my mental health worth? I know that the internet certainly changed. I've certainly changed, but I had to recognize that what it was that I was doing wasn't good for me. Don't spend your time looking for things you hate or tearing down things that you hate as much as driving towards something that you enjoy. Or pushing for that kind of good. And that's not to say that you shouldn't combat, things that you find to be detrimental. I'm talking specifically about something that you're doing in your leisure time, like your space, the thing that you enjoy doing, the thing that is not a job to you. Right? That's probably the most appropriate thing to say. That was probably the crossroads for me, because everything that I had done to that point, everything that I enjoyed was my quote-unquote job. Well, that went right out the window, because I was like, I've got all these skills. I've gained all this experience, but I'm no longer interested in this one aspect of it. So that was hard. It was difficult. But it was the right decision. I did not want to spend my time dwelling on things that drove me down, that beat me down, that made me sad, and that just were not fulfilling in any way, shape, or form, despite how other people perceived that. I knew it wasn't fulfilling anymore. So that's, I guess, my advice to you is, don't spend the time that you have on things that you don't like. Spend it more on the things that you enjoy. This is where I always find it kind of weird when people pile on, like they've got nothing better to do with their time other than to tear other people down, or to just jump in with a clearly non-constructive comment. You don't see me going over to forums. Are forums still around? Talk about dating myself. I'll just go over to MySpace. It's right next to Plurk. I'll dig it. Anyway, look it up on Usenet later. Don't worry about it. So, you just gotta Telnet. You don't see me going on to certain people's accounts when they're tweeting things that I generally don't enjoy. I'm just not gonna do that. Like, I got more important. My intention's worth something, right? Why would I take a little bit of joy away from somebody else if they're doing something that's relatively innocuous, right? I don't have a really good example off the top of my head because you'd think, oh, Chris, why did you say Star Trek? Because you like Star Wars. Well, I like Star Trek too. I like a lot of the sci-fi, the fantasy, the all that, all those genres. There are a few shows that I don't like, but still, well, I'll joke around with people, but I'm not going to jump into somebody else's timeline just to bring them down, specifically with the intent to bring them down. Like, that's just not, that's not reasonable. That's not what I would recommend doing, because not only are you swimming in negativity, but you're forcing someone to get pulled down into that as well. Spend your time doing things that you enjoy, the time that you have, the leisure time, potentially even your career time, doing things that you enjoy, or at least building towards something that you're going to find fulfilling. Because remember, time's the one thing you can't get back. It's the most precious thing you have. Spend it wisely. Your attention is everything. And with more and more things happening online, it's that much more important for you to spend your attention on things that you enjoy. And I understand sometimes taking in information that's devastating information can be very detrimental. All the more reason that you should not just live and breathe on a Twitter feed. Just reading. Interact. You know? And deepen your knowledge in subjects, certainly. But when it's time and you're feeling distressed, take a breather, walk away. The internet will still be here when you get back. Go do something you enjoy. Maybe you enjoy it. I enjoy current events. Love current events. A huge fan. But one of the reasons I started streaming on Twitch every night, starting earlier this year as like a New Year's resolution, though I rarely set those for myself, was specifically because I found myself wasting so much of my time and energy watching news. And that was my 2020. It was a lot of our 20. We didn't do anything. Life was on pause. And I have a feeling we're heading back into that again here at the tail end of 2021. But I wanted to do something better with my time, something that I enjoyed, something that was a little more productive than watching news. And I got to tell you, I really haven't missed anything. I still read news. I still do watch news, but not as prolifically as I had been. And so spend your time doing things that bring you joy. And if those things no longer bring you joy, I understand how frustrating that could be. But be careful. Burnout is a thing. And the last thing you want to do is see that thing that you enjoy get so burnt that you no longer enjoy it and you actually start to resent it. Because it can happen. It happened to me. So please, find something that you enjoy. Not spend time on the other stuff. And I hope you enjoyed this. If you didn't, don't tell me. I couldn't help myself. That was funny. Yeah. Yes. Could not see. Now I can. I can see everything now. Chat is back. Woo. I gotta be careful with this. I don't want this to break before Jedi has a chance to play with it. He didn't drink or do the hands. No, I didn't. I'm trying not to touch the desk when I do that, because otherwise the camera shakes. And then, so I gotta be careful even using hands, because I'll have a tendency of doing this, and then the camera refocuses and gets blurry in the background. So I'm doing my best to find a balance. And per Krusty's excellent suggestion, like just throwing a disclaimer there at the beginning. You know, just because some people are like, I'm not a life coach. Don't want to be a life coach. I think life coaches, it's just kind of weird. Like, you can get advice from your friends, dude. Friends are life coaches. I'd rather, talk to a friend. And if maybe they suck, well, talk to someone in your community. Or, hell, I'll say, talk to me. I'm a Chris coach. Don't make me blow my whistle. I'm going to put this back before I keep playing with it and break it. So I really think I want to print another one. I don't know. 88%. Don't know what color I want to do. Ha ha ha! Ho ho ho! A couple of tra-la-las. Hee hee hee. You burn out on your RC channel, had 100k subs, got too much with the sponsors. I was really a dark place, so I walked away. Man cave, I feel you. I feel you. I'll keep your streams in my archives to help me out. Oh, Stonewall, no, don't do that. Here, look. There. Just do bang advice. Life coaches are weird. This guy tops the charts for weird. Yeah, thank you. He knows me well, Kurt. He knows me well. So just type in bang advice or bang podcast. If you do bang advice there, Stonewall, I'm basically archiving all the advice videos there in that playlist, including some of the older ones. The older ones are in there too. They're not really any one topic, just general life advice that I've given. You can also relate to the not knowing what to do when you grow up. Oh man, I'm telling you. Yeah, one of the reasons this advice thing, it's kind of an experiment, but I just started thinking, as much as I enjoy doing the Star Wars stuff and the Lego stuff and hanging out on Twitch and having fun and 3D printing, I started thinking, what would people, genuinely, right? What kind of value can I put out there? And for years, a lot of that value was, contingent on technology, and that's the thing I burn out on. I'm like, I'm not into it. Not into it. I want to do other things. Advice, I'm never going to burn out on. This is just something that I do. I constantly give advice. Whether it's right, it's not for me to determine. But I started thinking, what can I do that provides that value, that intangible value? And that's where I kind of let me try doing this advice thing. I'm having fun with it. Let's see what happens. And so I've been putting on YouTube. I don't think they're going to go anywhere on YouTube. I need to get a lot of help with YouTube. YouTube is pretty much dead for me. And I'm not sure. Everything that I've tried, it fails. So, the advice though, I've been putting on, I started to put it on LinkedIn. Because I was like, LinkedIn loves this kind of stuff. It's, the professional network, professional building. I'm like, all right, I'll throw it on there. So, basically, I'm putting them on YouTube. Of course, they're archived in these full videos. But then, I'm also pushing over to LinkedIn. I'm thinking about also, I put them on Facebook. The Facebook and video, it depends on the day, whether or not it gets accelerated. But there's not really any other platform that I think would be viable. And then I've also been taking clips, you can take a minute clip, and so pushing it on to Instagram and or Twitter. In fact, I gotta thank you for reminding me, even though you didn't. No one reminded me. No, you didn't need to. I need to check something here. I've got to put the clip. I got to remember to put the today's life advice clip comes from the gonna tag Aveline French. Second, I totally forgot to tweet this out. Today's life advice clip comes from the extended video for how to change your mood. There we go, tweeting that. Almost forgot to put it on there. Oops. On YouTube, I think you have to do lots of shorts, but I'm also done doing that game. Fun for a while. Yeah, shorts I have a problem with. Haven't seen the 60-second clips on IG. They're there. I did 2 of them. They're not under Reels. I was experimenting with Reels for a while. I'm like, this is kind of fun, but, you know, I don't know. I've done a few Reels. IGTV was kind of fun, too, but, they're just like regular old posts. Do I remember Ello? Barely. Oh, yeah, Periscope, of course, was acquired by Twitter. It'll be interesting to see how they cross a lot of that stuff over for creators at some point, at any point. Oh. Hang on. Krusty's funny. Okay, Hollywood N3D, you were asking about a webcam. If you have, okay, you were asking about webcam. Do you have, you can use NDI for, okay, do you have an iPhone? Do you have an iPhone? If you have an iPhone, get Reincubate Camo. Period. End of story. You could also use NDI on your iOS device or an Android device. I use Reincubate Camo specifically for, here, let me show you. I'll pull it up. Give me a second. So this is what you're gonna see. This is Reincubate Camo. So this has got the elbow cam or whatever. I've got the iPhone basically mounted, and what you can do in it, you can choose the device, you can choose the mode. Of course, I just got normal because this is an older iPhone. I've thought about potentially getting the new iPhone and then swapping this out with one of the new iPhones. The lens, so like you could use wide. There's the wide angle, which I've used in the past. But like I found that for a lot of that stuff, like the 3D print, the removal of like supports and everything, it's much better to get a close-up shot. Frame rate, I've got my preset set. Watermark, you could take it or remove it. You can adjust white balance, exposure, etc., 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 etc. This is going to be a higher quality webcam than any webcam you're ever going to have. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. Thank you for following Aramith83. Big fan of the vlogs? Yeah, the vlogs. The vlogs are never happening again. Closest we're gonna do is live and then the advice stuff. Vlogs take a lot of time and a lot of work, and they petered out. You're funny. What did you do? You quote tweeted me, and you said we know where, we know what, and we know where, but not when. I saw you tagging Loyal. That's funny. Yeah, don't waste your money on a basic webcam. I mean, there's some decent webcams out there, but they're all the same. They're not going to provide that level of quality for something that's if you've already got the iPhone for that type of experience. Like there's the webcam, a 2D image, you know, length and width. That's it. Nothing special. You cannot beat Reincubate Camo. I think they now support Android devices too. I haven't had a chance to test that yet. At some point I will. I just haven't, because I'm like, well, the iPhone works right now. It's out of the way. I thought about swapping out, but it's the question of, kind of garbage in, garbage out, right? So if I had if I used the iPhone, it'd be a different story. But I've had this iPhone. This is the most I've used the iPhone 8 Plus ever since owning it. Like I just didn't use it that often. So it's basically perma-mounted, and it is there to serve the purpose of being the webcam for the close-up. So it's constantly plugged in, and Reincubate Camo calls it. You will never find a better 2D webcam out there. Yeah, no one knows when I start streaming every night. No one knows. It's a mystery. When you upgrade your phone, Pixel 3 is going to be a dedicated camera. Yeah, Caffeinated Linux, that's it. That's accurate. or that's something to do, because you could use NDI and turn your phone into a camera. NDI works. I already have one NDI source though. That's the iPad here that I've got sitting here, the big screen and everything. You know, I make use of the devices that I have. Right now, the Pixel 4 is kind of sitting silent. I've been, you know, testing the beta of Android 12 or 13, whatever number they're up to. I will say, the new version of Android makes the Pixel 4 snappier. I will say that. I'm still not thrilled with some of the software design decisions that Google made with the new version of Android, like at all. I'm really kind of disappointed. That said, I'm probably going to, if I don't even have my watch on right now, but I have a feeling I'm going to float back to the Pixel, even though as I've got my Samsung experience completely custom. I mean, I was able to tweak it 7 ways from Sunday. I've largely de-Samsunged it. I feel that I want to try the Pixel. I want to give it a go again. Specifically the camera. I do miss the camera on the Pixel, you know, a lot. And I've got like the special, the download, the APK installation. I don't mess with that. So I eat, despite my issues, and I have got a few with the software of the Pixel right now, and I've got a few. I'm willing to give it a go. I'm willing to give it a shot. I'm willing to try it and see how that goes. So we will see. Yeah, I wish they gave me another for the nav. That, like, if I could mitigate the nav bar, that'd be great, you know. But even like tweaking fonts and display is different on the new version of Android, and the nav bar is just not here. Hang on, got it back here. Pretty sure it's up to date. If there's like there was a new update, a minor update to the beta bump, but old laptop running OBS with a 4 NDI cams pumping in, single window composite going out to HDMI to a cam link into streaming rig. That's complex. I can only in OBS, I don't use the native OBS feature for NDI. I use the NDI plugin, but you have to manually swap source every time. So that I know of, you can only choose one at a time. See, like, so here's the example, right? I've got, like, I don't like that when I enter in my code, I always have to hit enter. I'm like, why do I have to do that? Like, on all the other Android devices, I don't have to do that. Nav bar shows up as this floating turd bar at the bottom, which is so not interesting to me. Kind of annoying. There's some apps that aren't really optimized for that nav area. For example, like even Chrome. For some reason, Chrome at the bottom keeps that area like completely blocked out. I'm like, why? Why has Chrome not been updated for that? And then of course when I'm scrolling through, right? Like, and I go up, the nav bar area stays intact, which is just, I don't know. It's sloppy because it stays intact there, but over here it disappears because there is no under the settings. It's just a floating turd bar, right? So it's to me it's kind of sloppy. You know, I'm sure they're doing the best they can, but I can't change that. Moreover, they've got this new personalization feature, which is annoying as hell because so I got a black wallpaper, right? And like so it's a dark theme, right? And I can't actually change the colors on it. So let me show you. Let me see what I'm talking about. I wanted just gray, and it doesn't let me ever choose gray, which is just annoying as hell. And it crashed out on me. Hang on. It really crashed out on me. There we go. So you can only choose these colors. I can't choose my color. I can only choose the ones that it gives me. I'm like, but I don't want any of these colors. I don't want green. I don't want blue. I don't want purple. And I don't freaking want orange. I don't want any of them. So it doesn't let me, it'll pull from the wallpaper and give me what it thinks I want. And I'm like, no, I don't want that. I can't change, I can't like click to change to the color that I want. This is not you. It doesn't let me change to the color I want. So that's just, it's stupid. Oh, it works best if they're wired. Yeah, everything I have is wireless. So anyway, even in testing the Pixel, there's just some things that I'm not happy with. I will say, like I said, I will say that the Pixel 4 became a lot more responsive under this version of Android. Like, a lot. Like, I would say dramatically more responsive. I'm not thrilled with, they've got these pudgy, chiclets, okay, so I've got 4 options and I got to swipe down to get more, which I guess is fine. I mean, I guess I don't use the others as often, but then instead of having 6 common icons, I have only 4 common icons. Like, well, how is that intuitive, right? So that's something they decided to do. They sped up animations. I haven't tried a third-party launcher on here yet. I've liked Action Launcher in the past, but there've been some issues, like some glitchy issues specifically with third-party launchers. And so I was like, can I get used to the Pixel launcher? And I'm not sure I can. I don't know. It's just, it's not been an easy, this wasn't a brain dead, oh yeah, easy decision to make. There's just some things that they've decided to do that are not very fun, for the lack of a better anything. So here's Action Launcher, right? So I got Action Launcher installed. So third-party launcher looks okay for the most part. Oh, no, that's Pixel. It's Pixel Launcher. Let's see here. Action Launcher. It kicks me back, so I gotta change the default launcher. What I'm probably going to do is give this to basically give this phone to Diana and let her have because she's got a Pixel 3, and so what I'm probably gonna do is, if I get the 6 Pro or whatever the hell it is, then this would be doing nothing effectively. And so what I'd be thinking about doing is passing this on to Diana. And so that way she's got an updated phone, and everything's fine. Everything's happy, hunky-dory. But yeah, like I said, there's some things that it does that are, it's glitchy. Like, everything just glitched out. Like, it's broken. Things are just, yeah, it's bizarre. So I don't know if that's going to get better. I don't know if that's going to get better, or if I'm going to have to get used to, the default Pixel experience, the Pixel Launcher app, and I'm hoping I won't. Because, it's a matter of a good software experience, and I don't see it in most of these apps. So anyway, there's that. So yeah, so buttons. I've said everything I wanted to say. I didn't intend on come back into the light. Apple. We went over that, Zach. Apple's definitely not happening. I am using, of course, as I may have mentioned, if you heard, I am using an iPad for one of these cameras, and I use the iPhone for the close-up camera. I use Mac OS. But like as far as an operating system goes, yeah, I'm definitely not into iOS as much as I am Android. Android is just far more palatable, far easier, far cleaner for me. So I'm hoping. Here's to hoping I can figure out how to get back to a fun, clean, straightforward Android experience that's maybe not completely customized, but as customized as I could possibly get it. Windows lost a massive market with Windows Phone? Yeah, they did. You find most phones glitchy? Yeah. It's all about the software. It's not about the hardware for me. You know, that's the thing about like Apple stuff. I was really happy with the Pixel. Pixel 4 I was fine with. Pixel 5 I was just like, dude, this is not for me. That's when I went to the Samsung device. But there's no way I'm going back to iOS. Not unless there's some dramatic changes, and I don't see them happening anytime soon. Like they announced, like the biggest thing that Apple announced was now you can share your activities on your phone. I'm like, why would I want to do that? I don't want other people's crap on my phone. Why do I care what people are? I don't care. My phone is I don't want my friends on my phone. I'm a curmudgeon that way, though. Man. Sometimes you have the feeling tech gets worse. Yeah, that was honestly, that's how I've been feeling for a while. For a lot of this, the stuff that I got used to. So, you know, with any luck, I will at some point have a device experience that's not something that annoys the hell out of me in one way, shape, or form. And I know I'm going to have to definitely make some trade-offs. I know there are going to be a lot of trade-offs. A lot. I mean, it's kind of upsetting, the amount of trade-offs that I know I'm going to have to go through. So, it is what it is. Need some advice? Should I have chocolate or vanilla Kit Kat ice cream? Whichever one's vegan. That's my advice. You don't need that casein. You don't. You don't need the dairy. You're not a baby cow. You need oats. Eat your oats, boy. Having not used an Android phone can't offer a real opinion. Oh, yeah. No, I mean, if you're used to certain technologies, yeah, it's fine. But, like, having used Android devices, I would take them over iOS any day of the week. Especially with notifications. And that's actually kind of one of the things that annoys me. I don't know if I like the notification changes that Google has made with this version of Android either. Like, they've made some very weird decisions. Very weird decisions. I'm like, why did they do it that way? That's kind of strange. But it is what it is, I guess. I don't know. I think they made some interesting design decisions that I do not agree with. Neither's vegan. Oh, fine. Well, go with whatever, man. Eat the vanilla, but dip chocolate in it. How about that? These devices are just too expensive to be losing support after 2 or 3 years. Seriously pushing you towards the iPhone. Well, yeah, I mean, it depends on what you need. I'm a big believer, though. I'm a fan of the software. It's like the software is going to make or break the device for me. And that's where I'm still not sure I'm on board with Google's vision of what this could or should be. I don't know. Or at least I don't know yet. And I guess that kind of remains to be seen. As to whether or not I'm able to get it to work the way that I want it to work. And it's not annoying me. And there's definitely going to be some parts that are going to annoy me. But it's a question of, does it work well enough? Can I get in and out of things that I need to get in and out of? Can I manage this in an easier way, in a more straightforward way? Do I get everything that I possibly need out of this device? Does it? And it's really, it kind of comes down to the annoyance factor. Like, am I annoyed? Is this constantly annoying me? And that's where I got with iOS. I'm like, this is just too annoying. It's too much for me. I couldn't do it. Couldn't do it anymore. like I said, I know life is a series of trade-offs, and devices are a series of trade-offs, and that's where, I ended up flipping to Android in the first place. But I'm going to be very curious as to how this shapes up in the final builds, the final beta builds, and specifically how it works with what it is that I'm trying to do, or what it is that I want to do. Everyone's got a different need, though. Everyone's got a different need. Everyone's looking for something different. Everybody needs something different. And the good news is there's plenty to go around. What the heck? There we go. So I was able to import my action launcher settings. I've got a few more things. I got to clean up a lot because I don't have some of those things installed. But oh man, always. I suppose I better try to get used to it this way, huh? See, they've added so much padding for some reason on these, on a lot of the elements. User replaceable batteries would be nice. I guess I'm not that concerned about it, though. Or I'm not too concerned about it. So, oh boy. Got a few things. Wonder if the iPhone, or wonder if a phone will let you set Fangs as the default search engine. I think you can set anything as a default search engine. I don't think there's any restrictions on that. I don't get me wrong, I haven't tried. Yeah, there's a bug. It's still here. I can see it. There's a bug where you can exit out of the app to the home screen, and it takes a beat. Like I can be in my keep notes and I go back to the home screen, but I gotta wait a second before I launch into something else. I swiped up, and it doesn't register that swipe. You have to wait, seemingly. I don't know. There's certain things that they've done that are just, I'll just say interesting decisions that they've made. I'd say depressing decisions, but I can't provide feedback. I can't do anything. I'm in their hands. Ever feel somehow not excited about things once in a while, kind of like apathy? If so, how do you tend to deal with it? I actually kind of talked about that tonight. 007 Indiana Jones, the advice clip that I made tonight may be appropriate. It'll be uploaded to YouTube here in the coming week. You can hear. There's the archive for advice, and of course you could also tune into the podcast. Subscribe to the podcast. It'll be downloaded there. For apathy, it's much like not dwelling on things that upset you. You kind of have to kick yourself out of it. You have to find. You have to find a change, and trying to enjoy it isn't going to make you enjoy it that much more. I mean, there's some people battle with depression, and that's a completely different layer to add on top of that. You've got to find a change, right? And you can't. It's like if I stopped loving Lego, that's enough for me. I'm like, okay, well, that ship has sailed. I can't keep doing it in the hopes that I'm going to enjoy it again. I burnt out. You've effectively burnt out, right? And Diana worries sometimes. She says, what happens if you stop liking Star Wars? I'm like, are you kidding me? I'm like, it's never going to happen. Like, I've loved it my entire freaking life. So that's not going to happen. What happens if you don't like Lego anymore? Like, dude, you're talking about... These are things that I enjoy because I just enjoy them, right? I mean, there are certain things that I have been apathetic towards that I wasn't engaged in, right? Because it was taking a mental toll. Star Wars doesn't take a mental toll. Lego doesn't take a mental toll, right? They're fun. They're my escape. There's things that I enjoy. I enjoy a great many things. News. Watching news would take its toll, right? That's not something to live by, right? I love current events, but what I had to do was stop watching the news. I still listen to news. I'm an NPR junkie. I have it on in the car. Every time I'm in the car, I'm listening to NPR. Sometimes I'll even listen to it at home when there's a really good segment on. I find that they provide a pretty decent balance and really good coverage, especially when they throw BBC in there and there's BBC's NewsHour. So I get a good view of world events, local events, national events. Except that you're bored of certain things and look for something new. Kind of 007 Indiana Jones. Yeah. Find something new. Find something different. Find something to mix it up. And it may end up bringing you back, right? That'd be my advice. If Chris stops loving Star Wars, it's time for him to be put out to pasture for sure. If I do not like Lego anymore, it goes to the attic and comes back down after some decades. Yeah, I know. I never really had Dark Ages, right? I guess I did for years. I only became an AFOL when a viewer of the Ustream live stream basically gifted me the Lego Star Destroyer, and that's when I was like, I really used to like this stuff. I'm into this. Thank you, Aveline. Thank you for being here. And 007, happy to do it. If it's good advice for you, awesome. If it's not good advice for you, happy to keep tripping through it. But I'm here basically giving advice every day. That was kind of the synopsis, 007 Indiana Jones. Tune into what I recorded tonight. And again, this will go into the podcast. And I know Zach said he's looking forward to it. I'm basically every day I'm uploading the advice that I give, that I record live on Twitch. Uploading it to YouTube where it goes to die. Uploading it to LinkedIn because, LinkedIn's all about that. Uploading clips to Instagram and Twitter. And then uploading the MP3 as a podcast into the podcast. It's very simple. It's just straightforward. It's just me talking, right? So it's getting archived, everywhere. Recently, you feel tired of movies and video games, need to break and find other things, I guess. 007 Indiana Jones, it's possible. I mean, or, maybe you're just not entertained by them, or it doesn't give you the same thrill. Maybe with movies, you find a different genre that you've never tried before. Maybe with video games, you try something different that you haven't tried before. Try something more simple. Try something that's just mindless, right? Try a video game that you played as a kid. There's many ways of mixing it up without necessarily leaving that particular, interest. There absolutely is, but it just depends. You were sick at home the last few weeks, played a lot of games, did a lot of couch potatoing. It doesn't surprise me. You're gonna burn out. There's too much of something that's eventually going to make it not have the same impact, right? Your what is it, serotonin, right? You get this boost, like, yeah, I won, I beat the game, or I'm having fun, I beat the game. And there's going to come a point where it's a law of diminishing returns. You'll play the game, but it doesn't have the same hit, right? Or the impact, right, that it's had on you in the past. At which point you probably do need to kind of give it a rest and maybe find something else to do in the interim. And then eventually you're like, I kind of miss doing that. And then if you miss doing it, you can go back to it, right? They will still be there waiting for you, right? They're definitely not gonna disappear. So I know that with gaming, I also wait for the gaming urge to come back. See, and game for hours on end. That's exactly what I'm saying. Probably just need to get out more, have more conversations with people. That's not a bad idea. I would never force anybody into a conversation, nor would I say get out. Think through what you might enjoy, or the thing that you always put off because you're like, no, because I'm busy playing a game, or I'm too busy doing this. You can find a new hobby. And you may even stumble into that new hobby. You may find it even by not even looking for it. For years, Diana would say, oh, I should go the Value Village. They've got, all these things and blah, 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 blah. It's really fun. I'm like, eh. And then one day I think I went, I'm just like, that's pretty cool. And then thrifting, I'm not going to say it changed my life, top bottom, but I've enjoyed it. Thrifting, I would say, is a pastime. I just like looking for stuff because you never know what treasure you're going to find. So every day it's a hit, right? Every day it's like, what's going to be there today? Is anything going to be there today? You know, I wonder what I'm going to find. Is it going to be a surprise? Is it going to be good? Is it going to be something I've already had? You know, what am I going to find or not find? And that it's a mystery every day. It's like a mystery box. Thrifting is like a mystery box that you don't have to pay for unless, of course, you're buying something. So that, you know, mixed it up for me, right? You ended up turning coffee into a hobby thanks to a combination of intermittent fasting and the pandemic. Oh, fair enough. I tried to do the intermittent fasting thing. I tried, and it didn't really do anything for me. It wasn't for me. Didn't do it for me. And of course, I had to kind of give up coffee. I'm able to drink at least one, maybe even 2 shots of espresso in the morning of decaf. I can handle decaf again. Oh my God. Even Macklemore would be proud of my efforts. Yes, I believe so. Tried 1 meal a day, slow down your metabolism. Well, intermittent fasting is not that. It's like you can eat, but like at noon, and then your last meal can be 8 p.m. You can have like water, but then you can't eat until noon. And I think you have to start it with plant-based diet, like fruits and veggies, if I remember correctly, because I remember reading about it. I'm like, I'll try it. Yeah, I'm like, it didn't really do it for me. But I found what worked for me, for the most part. I say that knowing full well that, like, with Diana gone, admittedly, I've been eating a lot of vegan junk food. I mean, I have my beans for lunch. You know, I've been, you know, quote unquote eating healthy. That's always relative. But I have to better watch my caloric intake. And without Jedi and Diana around, it's like, well, I can get whatever because I don't have to worry about someone else eating it. And like I can enjoy it without worrying about Jedi seeing it. But like I've been getting grapes. They've had them on sale, 99 cents a pound for grapes, which is great. And so I'll like wash off a stack in the morning and then throw them in the sink and then, you know, kind of pick them off, you know, during the day. I'm grabbing a bag of them when I go to every day I go to the grocery store. I grab another bag of the grapes because I'm staying ahead, you know, by a few pounds. Because, you know, I know the sale's gonna stop, and I don't want to be stopped without grapes because they're a nice snack, right? They're just like, you know, fruit, you know, fun snack, healthy for you. But like I had to decide. Like last night, I had cereal and then I made popcorn. I'm like, I shouldn't have done that. I should have had cereal or popcorn. So tonight I'm basically done. It's basically club soda from here on in for the rest of the night because I had my cereal. So it's just you know, you gotta find your groove. I'm not as disrupted, but I feel like it's been difficult to maintain what it is that I've been doing because Diana's not making dinner, so I have to like fend for myself. So it's just something simple. It's like something I can calculate, something easy, something straightforward. So you got to make sure you eat enough without worrying that you're going to eat too much. You've been into melons? Melons are too messy for me. I'm totally just maybe peel it. But like with the grapes on sale, I've been enjoying the hell out of them because they're easy, just easy to clean, easy to eat, straightforward, fun, enjoyable, really. Family's going out of town, be alone all week. Yeah, see, so I can't do bananas. Bananas will stop me up. That's another thing that I had to navigate, and I don't know if it's because of the beans that I've been eating, because I've tried like 3 different varieties, and none of them necessarily work the same way. I've been eating more than enough fiber now. I've got my fiber, got my proteins, got my fats, got my carbs. Like I've been eating everything that I should be eating, but it's that I get something and I'm kind of snacking on it, but then it's around for a while. So it's trying to spread that out and balance it, and that's kind of what's difficult to do when it's just me, because I don't want to throw it. I mean, like I don't want to get rid of it. I want to enjoy it, like those Oreos, right? Remember those Pop Rock Oreos I was trying the other day? I still have them. They're in the refrigerator because I'll eat one of those a day, but that's calories, right? And then the other day I got the vegan cookies, right? I'm like, oh, okay, I'll just enjoy those, you know. So dinner for a little while may be snack stuff. I'm a boomer now? Sounds like old people talk. Yeah, I am an old people. Remember that. Wonder, though, if someone stops working, say they're lucky enough to retire early, does life get apathetically, essentially boring? Really learn to cope? Well, see, that's the thing, is, like, I don't even know what I would do. I don't know what I'm going to do in retirement. I really don't. I mean, I'm not a traveler. I don't think I'm going to get bitten by that bug. I'm a homebody. I mean, I may very well be, I may be doing this in retirement. I'll be fine with that. Like, oh, let's go thrifting. Let's go over here and see what we can find. Or maybe I can open up a side gig, so I don't have to worry about a side hustle, so I don't have to worry about paying the bills, right? Streaming, right? Enjoying myself like this. I don't know. I don't have an answer to that question. Don't know if I ever will. That's for future Chris to worry about. Present Chris also has to worry about it, but in a different way. Speaking of present Chris is at 8 o'clock. Who should we raid, people? Britt is streaming. CNEP is streaming, although we've raided him just recently. Sid Heresy is streaming. Panfred Nudo streaming, though we have raided him recently. Sid we haven't raided in a while. AZ Pinoy we've raided recently. Britt, I don't think we've rated terribly recently, have we? Have we? You want to see Jungle Cruise? I'll wait until it's on Disney Plus and then I'll watch. Thanks for listening. Well, no. Thanks for asking. 007 Indiana Jones, it's my intent to we've rated Fred recently, though. He was having a birthday or an anniversary. We rated him on a streamiversary the other week. It was last week? Wasn't that long ago. Britt looks like she's maker crafting, printing. She's printing. So anyway, 007 Indiana Jones. Every day, I'm trying to lay down a little bit of different advice. So feel free if you're caught in another quandary. In fact, I may end up, if I can figure out how to better answer the conundrum of you're not finding enjoyment in the things that you're doing anymore. I probably need to do a little research in that, but I can just tell you what I've done in the past. So that may end up being maybe a segment. You never know. So feel free to come to me. Ask for advice. I will give you my advice. I'll give you my 2 cents. That's all I'm worth. 3D printing, Krusty. Yeah, let's do Brit. I like asking questions, seeing how people think about things, usually deepish type of things. Well, that's awesome, because I'm looking to lay down even more advice every day. And I've got a laundry list. Like, I've got like topics coming out the wazoo on my end. And in fact, I'm backlogged. Like, some nights I record 2 segments, and I've got at least 16 to upload to LinkedIn. So I may end up starting to upload like 2 a day for a little while over on LinkedIn. Not like you care. I ended up bombarding my podcast feed with the segments. For a clogged wazoo, yeah, fiber. You want fiber. You definitely want fiber for that. You need fiber for sure. What's that? Okay, there we go. All right, here we go. We are going to Tuscan raid. Oops. Brit. She's always good for it. And looks like C. Travis is over there anyway, as well as Hollywood N3D. So you'll be joining the old team. Here we go. Raid channel, Sith Lord Brit. I'm always looking for other people too, so don't take this wrong. I'm like, just like, well, this is like, we haven't, I don't think it's been a while, and plus she's had me on her show a couple times, so I was like supporting that kind of thing. Wait, Wazoo is the nose right? I don't know about that. Thanks for entertaining and talking. No problem. Doing it every night, 6 p.m. I love you. I appreciate you, but at this point, I'm going to leave you to your own devices. May the force be with you always. 6 p.m. tomorrow night. It's my 14-year not streamiversary, Twitchiversary. I don't think anything special is going to be happening. necessarily. I don't have anything planned for the Twitchiversary, but it is tomorrow, 6 p.m. So come back for a Twitchiversary celebration. 14 years. 14 years on Twitch. And I've really only been using it for one. Okay, get your Perillo Raider emotes ready. Perillo Raider emotes. Boop, 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 boop. We've also got Discord. Pop over to the Discord channel. All the other advice videos been archived on YouTube. And then, of course, the podcast also has a feed for just for the advice stuff. If you are so inclined, give them a follow. All right, Tuscan Rating, Sith Lord Brit. Thank you, everybody, one and all, for being here. Sincerely. Is it 6 p.m.? Not anymore. I don't have my watch on. Tuscan Rating in 3, 2, 1. Boop, 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 boop.